Hello friends, welcome back to the What's Update. My name is Elijah, and here is a recap of the newest episode of Leftovers called Certified, Season 3, Episode 6, only 2 episodes left. My mind is blowing. And so first, I just have to, I just want you to I'm not going to clap really loudly, but this is me clapping for Amy Brenneman's performance, because she came in to this episode, and they were like, hey, we've got all this scenery, and she was like, I'm going to just chew it. I'm going to chew it all. She killed it. She nailed it. This episode was amazing. And not to be outdone, Carrie Coon comes in, and she's just throwing haymakers at the end of the episode, just tossing them out there. I almost punched the camera and the tripod. That would have been, if it just fell forward live, that would have been great. But another amazing episode. Starting out with showing Laurie's kind of freak out, or her actions that propelled her into going to the Guilty Remnant. The lady from, I can't remember this lady's name, but the chick from the first episode, the one who we're tracking right as the departure happens and her kid disappears. It was great to see her just jump back in for the final season for a brief scene there. But it was interesting that was what propelled Laurie's character to go ahead and join the Guilty Remnant. Everything in this episode was fantastic from a pacing standpoint. This whole season's kind of been about jumbling up things and getting another piece of the story, but knowing they're going to fill that part in. I mean, the same thing kind of happened this episode with Kevin's stuff. So Kevin was gone, but I'm sure we're going to see where he went and what happened with him. We're going to see the airport stuff with Michael and with John and all that. But they've done an excellent job of showing something and then showing something before it, but then showing something in the future, and it all making narrative sense. And I've been very I've appreciated the way that they've paced the season, and they could have told Laurie's story from the jump and from get-go, but from her meeting up with Matt and Nora and going off to do what they do. It could have started there. It didn't. It started with her in that car with the writing on her hand of the address, and it just went to an interesting place. I mean, she gets to the farm, she has that interaction with Kevin Sr., and she's got the black eye. He's like, that's a heck of a shiner. Like, where did that black eye come from? What happened? And at that point, you start to have the dread, something really bad happened. Because where's Matt? Where's Nora? Where's John? Where's Michael? What the heck happened? And then you realize that Michael and John are there, and they're safe, and they're fine, and they don't know what even happened. And then you get Matt and his sister together. You get just excellent scene work this episode. Just so much goodness. And I had this sense of dread when I saw the black eye. I was like, oh, something really bad goes down. And what it ultimately was important. The lighter's a big deal to her, and a big deal to what the end of the episode ultimately is. But I'm glad that it wasn't a more break those characters apart thing, where it was a fight to end them, because Laurie and Nora have never been on good terms. But it was interesting to see that little fight go down and her get the black eye in that way. It was beautiful that Matt decided to stay with Nora, and this is an episode that definitely had me feeling things, and that's why I think Leftovers is my favorite show on TV right now, because it's consistently the most I have to reflect upon myself, my own life, my own experiences, and I see just things in these episodes, and I'm like, holy shit, that's real life, that's real, this is real. The real emotion is happening on screen, and they have phenomenal actors bringing to life what Damon and his team have been able to write. And not much happened this episode, if we're being honest. The plot didn't move forward that much. The people moved around, but our ultimate understanding of what's going to happen and where things are going, it went forward inches, not feet, not yards. We didn't get a first down. It didn't move too much, and with there being 2 episodes left, I'm hoping the pace just starts to get electric. But I loved this episode. I'm glad that they took the time this close to the end of the series, with only 8 hours, to tell this story, to show these people splintering in this way. I know we're going to get more with Carrie Coon's character, Nora, and we're going to see what happens with her and Matt. Where we left off last episode with Matt just saying, hey, that's the guy I told you about. I don't know how Matt gets to Nora. Does she call him and say, hey, I need you, something's going on with me? And Matt's like, hey, I need you to come with me, Laurie, to talk her down, to calm her down, to save her almost. And then she's like, hey, Michael, you go find Kevin. We'll find you. I would, if they're not going to show us, that's what I'm going to piece together and think in my own mind. And all of the scenes were great. And I want to say the MVP of the episode was Amy Brenneman, because it was her episode. But then Nora at the end killed me, with her basically just acknowledging to them that, hey, I'm going to go probably essentially commit suicide and try and get to the other side and have closure. And she was admitting that to herself and to Matt and to Lori. And then the scuba diving story, and then I mean, I'm sure that there's a lot of interpretation at the end of this episode, but I'm pretty sure Lori went out there to kill herself, right? That's what that was, after Nora told her the story about how many things can go wrong scuba diving. Was that just a thing to get peace or to clear her? I don't think it was. I think she went out there to die, because the way that the guy seemed like this, it seemed like an assisted scuba suicide program boat. That's what it seemed like to me. That's what I'm going to take, that character is dead and gone, and that was them putting the character to bed and to rest. I'm sure people will gripe about the convenience of her kids calling her right before she goes to die or goes to have her final rest. I was fine with it. It was nice to hear Jill and hear Tommy like happy and fun, and her being able to have that last piece where she's just like, hey, I did something good. And that's what I haven't talked to see, and I'm getting all choked up thinking about it now, but I didn't talk about it yet. But the scene between her and Kevin was amazing. It was amazing. The acting in that scene, at the end of all things, when you've lived a life and you've shared moments with someone, the beauty of being able to just be completely honest, brutally honest about things that you did and things that happened. Her admitting the kid disappearing, them talking about him hating the house and just their marriage. I loved the scene with Kevin Sr. and he's talking about, oh, you're this apostle, you're that apostle, and she drugs all of them. She's like, and I'm Judas. Like that speech that she gave here there was the line of the episode. I would say personally. For me, that was definitely the line of the episode, and I'm gonna give it to Amy Brenneman. She gets the MVP this week. It's pretty clear in cut winner because it was her episode. We got a lot of stuff with her. My biggest complaint for the episode was the throw up scene in the beginning, mainly because I'm out on all throw up scenes, and I got the shows that I like just keep throwing these throw up scenes at me real randomly and real out of nowhere. I didn't know it was going to come, and she really went for it. I mean, if we're ranking throw up scenes, I think only the one in Mr. Robot beats that one. But man, because the one in Fargo a few weeks back, it was mildly upsetting, and I was able to look away quickly. But hers was like visceral. Like it's different when it's like her whole body and she's like standing and like blah blah. Like that's a little different to me. So an amazing episode of The Leftovers. Can't wait to see where it goes these last two episodes. As I theorized many episodes ago, 2 episodes ago, that they would have to. The reason they need Kevin is to kill him so he can go talk to Christian Sunday and get the part of the song to save them from the flood. Will an actual flood happen? I have no idea. Are they going to curve hard into the supernatural aspect of it? We'll see. But this show has always been about being supernatural and being grounded, and being supernatural and being grounded. So I'm very interested to see what the final statement is, because they've gone into this mythical nonsense realm and into this real world. I hope we get to go back to the hotel. That's where it seems like this is leading, because damn, that's a fun place to be. I wonder if we'll see Patty again, or if we're going to see Liv Tyler some more. And she'll be like, don't want to close your eyes, Kevin, because if you do, you're going to die and wake up in the hotel. Yeah, and you got to find Christian Sunday. Yeah, that was a bad song. I apologize. But hey, if you're not, I don't know why you're watching this if you're not watching The Leftovers, but I think it's the best show on TV right now. And I don't think it's close. And Fargo is great, and Better Call Saul is great, and American Gods is interesting, but honestly, The Leftovers is the best show on TV right now, and it's not close. So thank you guys for watching the What's Update. My name's Elijah. You have a great day. I'll be back with more videos. I'm going to recap American Gods, and we'll talk more. It was a beautiful episode. That was in a show that I very much enjoyed. That was probably one of their best episodes, and it really did not include any of my favorite things about the show, which is breathtaking and wonderful. This long into their run, that they can do something that was probably one of my favorite things they've ever put on the screen for an hour, and it did not include any of the characters I like, any of the situations that I like, or any of the things that I expect and come to Leftovers for. So bravo, HBO, bravo, all the peeps that make The Leftovers. I wish there were more, but it makes sense that it needs to end, because good things need to end. So, all right, guys. Like, share, subscribe, do the thing, Julie's. That'd make me very happy. If you have some opinions about this episode or want to talk to me, leave a comment below on the YouTube channel there. But other than that, have a great day. Keep smiling. We got more videos coming, like mad videos, like mad more videos. all the Mad More videos. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.